What's up, everyone? Epo Dempsey Roll here, back once again with more hobby stuff, more painting, more model building, whatever may occur. That's what's going down. I don't know why I decided to say that. But yeah, it's Epo Dempsey Roll, aka Rayo. And yeah, let's greet Not Slide, who's already here. What's up, Not Slide? What's up, Mika? Have I seen the new League of Votan models yet? Currently doing a boss fight on Warframe, and you're lurking. Well, I don't know if you're going to be able to hear me respond to that, but I have seen a few of them. There appears to be some sort of robot character and a work meeting for Not Slide. No problem. Got to take care of business. No problem, no problem. I'll be here just yakking away as per usual. But I did see a couple of those League of Votan models. It was like there was some sort of like robot AI creature thing, and it looked pretty cool. I actually just opened up the browser to read it, but then I was like, oh, let's get started on streaming. So I didn't fully read the article yet, but that seemed rather interesting. I think Mika, you might be interested in seeing the other post that came out today. There's a new post about new Imperial Guard Astra Militarum units, sort of like I don't know if it's a complete refresh on the entire army, but they have a new Sentinel model, they have a new Commissar, I believe, and some new basic troopers, something like that. And that looked pretty neat. I'm sure that you would have some use for those with your GSC or Gene Stealer cults, perhaps, maybe. So, what do we have on the desk right now? We have Gengar. Gengar, who is in a partially assembled state because I've been filling in the gaps. As you can see here, this time around, instead of using sprue glue, I decided to use some Milliput. And yeah, I like this Milliput stuff more than the traditional green stuff that a lot of Warhammer hobbyists use, wargaming hobbyists use, and I have used for a number of years. I like that stuff, however, or rather, I've used that other kind of green stuff for years and years, and I never loved it. Like, I found that it was just kind of hard to handle, and I had been hearing about Milliput being sort of a really good alternative, and I like it so far. I'm still sort of getting used to it. It is different. It is more intuitive to handle. Like, I find it's a little easier to use and play with and push around compared to green stuff, which feels like pushing around bubblegum, to be honest. Like, slightly stale bubblegum. That's what it feels like to work with green stuff. And so with this Milliput, it acts a little bit more like clay, if anyone's used to sculpting or playing with clay. And you can use alcohol to kind of thin it down into a more watery solution. And that's what I actually used. I used a more watery solution to kind of like just beat it into the gaps, like just kind of flow it into the gaps, and then it would dry, and then I would just fill it up again, continually until the gaps were filled. And then I kind of went a little, like, obviously it doesn't behave 100% like water, and so some of it starts to pool up on the sides. And I kind of went in heavy-handed as well with a more thicker Milliput solution, and then I kind of just boop 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 boop, kind of patched it up. I'm surprised you were able to seal the tail's gap. It was rough. Yeah. It's quite a significant gap, actually, and it doesn't, like, I find that Bandai is rather good with their gaps, right, where they're flush, like parts will meet and they're fairly flush. But this one was kind of like, it was like this. There was like a little gap in between, and it kind of even curved down a bit, I guess. and it's all around the tail. So yeah, I just used Milliput. I don't know if you're familiar with that stuff, not slide, but it's not bad. I didn't mind using this Milliput. It does take a bit of practice. Well, not practice, but it does take a little bit of playing around with to get used to it. And also the bottom of the foot. I wasn't really happy with what Bandai was suggesting to do with the bottom of the foot. They basically just provide you with a sticker to... Oh, Mika's back. Okay, F me. That's hard. You're back. Yeah, so Mika, did you see the new Astra Militarum stuff as well? They showed some new stuff as well today, which is pretty neat. Just a little Warhammer talk for those that don't know. But yeah, back to Gengar here, the bottom of the foot. Bandai basically provide you with a sticker just that you would place on top of the foot. I didn't really like that solution just because this foot has one solid piece, a circular piece in the center, and then a gap all around it. And so if you were to put a sticker, the only real contact point would then be this circle here. Thus, therefore, these gaps, the sticker is going to kind of get pushed through and contorted through the gaps. So I figured let's just fill it in with more Milliput, so that's what we have here. It's actually not 100% filled. There's a little bit of a divot, but man, I don't really want to make more Milliput, so I don't want to mix more. Are you going to seal the arms? The arm gaps? Referring to this hole here? Boo, boo, boo. Yeah. Take out your tongue. Yeah. Referring to this here? No, I'm just gonna leave it alone. I mean, I wouldn't even know what to do necessarily to fill it in while still maintaining this range of motion. I don't really know if there's a way to do that. Unless you're referring to like the gaps here, which I did fill in. And I think it looks rougher. I think it looks rougher to just look at it, but when I run my finger over it, it does feel pretty smooth. So I think that's okay. And then of course we've got some stuff filled in here, here, here. You know, this model is a very good basic model for beginners, for kids. But if you want to kind of take it to that next level, if you kind of want to fill in the gaps and stuff, it is going to be rather annoying to address these parts. And what I did last night was actually I watched the entirety of the Pokemon movie, Detective Pikachu, which I've seen before, and I think it's a fine movie. I don't hate it. It's not amazing or anything, but yeah, I watched that whole movie. It's not even that long, and even beyond that movie to do all of this stuff. That's what I did.